In the name of Allah, who is the most gracious and the most merciful, my respectable teacher and my dear listeners, fellows, Assalamu alaikum. I am Muhammad Sarab Ali from BS English 4th. Today, the topic that I have to discuss is about a play, The Birds, written by Aristophanes. First of all, we will discuss about the author of the play is Aristophanes. Aristophanes was born in Athens between 450 and 445 BCE into a wealthy family. He had an excellent education and was well versed in literature, especially the poetry of Homer and other great Athenian writers. His writings also suggest a strong knowledge of the latest philosophical theories. Now we will discuss that who was Aristophanes. Aristophanes was the son of Philippius, was a comic playwright of ancient Athens and a poet of old Attic comedy. 11 of his 40 plays survive virtually complete. He was well known for his playwright and director of old comedy. After the intro of the writer, we will discuss about the major characters of the play. The first one is Pistheirius. Pistheirius is the protagonist of the play and was a middle-aged citizen of Athens. The second one is Euripides. He is the friend of Pistheirius and walked with him towards the jungle in order to search the hoop word. Now we will discuss about that who was the hoop word. The real name of the hoop word was Thracius, and he was a king who later transformed into a bird. The fourth one is Prometheus. Prometheus was a Titan fire god and was the enemy of Zeus, and Zeus is the king of all gods. The fourth one and the fifth major character and the last major character of the play The Birds is Olympian gods. 12 major gods in Greek religion are entitled as Olympian gods. For example, Zeus, Hela, Hades, and etc. After the characters, we will discuss about the analysis of the play. I have written a brief analysis of the play. The first point is this play has within in the revelation of vanity, morality, law, nature, and religion, all wrapped in a comedic tune. The protagonist of the play, Pistheirius, leads his friend Euripides away from Athens, the city where they live, as the constant urging over the law has disallowed them from living the life they want. They left the Athens because the rules in the Athens was very strict and they didn't want to follow them. Thus, they began their own religion by creating the new gods. And the new gods were the birds for man to worship. The second point is what becomes quite comical. What is the comical point of the play? The comical point comes when Pistheirius attempts to perform the religious ceremonies to the birds. Here, the religious sacrifices are interrupted constantly by messengers. The messengers were men and finally a god, Prometheus, who in his infinite mischief wants nothing more than for man to have the power over Zeus. As we have later seen that Prometheus was the enemy of Zeus and was a fire titan god. Now there is an important question in the play. The question is this: the play deals with the question as to whatever one forming his own religion actually creates a better life, or does it simply create a loophole for the others? And the answer is this: that one who creates a religion, he created it for his own rules. He created it because he want to argue his own rules in that religion. The fourth point is Aristophanes. Aristophanes also deals with man's need to have desire in their life, seemingly a foremost right perpetrated by the Greeks that without it we would be lost. But at the same time, the allowing for desire to be the driving force leads simply to a grotesque version of society which praises lustful acts. The last and the end point of the play of the analysis is this: that in the end Pistheirius is able to gain Zeus' power, both of war his scepter and of sovereignty his princes. Scepter is like a hockey or a stick that god hold in their hand to show their dignity over others. and the other one is his princes. These are the two things that man seeks to be able to love and destroy with the greatest of power. Now, possessing these two things, the first one is scepter and the second is princes. Pistorius has brought the godstone to the level of mere mortals, and man has been elevated, as they know, take the pleasure of stealing from the gods as the gods have taken from man. Now the mans were ruling over the gods because they got the power of Zeus, and Zeus was the king of all gods, and the man got the power of Zeus. So obviously rule over he rule over all the other gods. After the analysis, we will discuss about some major themes of the play. The first one is power. Power is one of the main themes in the play. Pistorius and Eurybides have left Athens because the power mongering over laws has become too much for them. As I have later told you that there were strict rules in Athens, and Pistorius and Eurybides did not want to follow them. They want to create a world where they can rule their own rules. But they soon teach the birds how to become the new gods. Aristophanes shows how easily it is for power structures to be created through past tales, revealing genealogy, impatience, and vanity. Genealogically, impatience, and vanity. The second theme is new gods. This theme has to do with the fact that man, once they learn of the new gods, the birds attempt to manipulate them to get an upper hand in their schemes for money on earth. New gods mean the rule that Pistorius and Eurybides have became. Here I am going to clear the point of view that where they form the new city. Where they form the new city that they ruled over. They form the new city with the help of birds in the middle of the sky, in order to rule over the gods as well as the man on the earth. This theme reveals that man will follow whatever god will best suit their abilities to grow more wealthy and allow them more leniency in their acts. The third one theme is morality. Morality is a major theme of this play. Pistorius sets out to get away from all of the laws of Athens, and in turn sets up the new gods that will allow man and him to need not the necessity of Daniel, that all of their desires would become true because they have ruled their own rules on the new city, and they also got the power of Zeus by getting his scepter and his princes. Worshipping the words as gods has to do directly with the fact that man will follow any god that allows them to continue to do bad rather than be transformed into a right living. After some major themes of the play, we will discuss about some literary terms that have used in this play, The Birds by Aristophanes. The first one term is genre. Genre is this, that it is a comedy play because it has a happy ending, and the language used in it is Greek language. After the language, we will move towards the setting and context of the play. The setting of the play is this: a hillside wilderness outside of Athens. A hillside scene outside the city Athens, where that was the city of Pistorius and Eurybides. After the setting, we will move towards the tone and mood. The tone and mood of the play is comedic, and I have told you earlier that it is a comic play because it has a happy ending. And now we will discuss about the protagonist and antagonist of the play. We have already discussed about. The protagonist of the play is Pistorius, and antagonists are Poseidon, Heracles, and Tribulus. Actually, these three were the minor gods and was the server of Zeus. After the protagonist and antagonist, we will discuss about the major conflict of the play. The major conflict started when Pistheris and Euripides have left Athens in order to find Theseus. And who was the Theseus? Theseus was the hoover, a king who later transformed into a bird, and man who has become a bird to help them discover a new place to live out life. Now we will move towards the climax of the play. The climax starts when Pistheris and Euripides turn into birds and give the birds the idea for how to become the new gods, and the Pistheris and Euripides turn into birds with the help of Theseus hoopward. Pistheus negotiates with Poseidon, Heracles, and Phribylons, who were the servers of Zeus, and gets Zeus' captor and his princes, as I have already told you, whom he weds. He weds with the princes of the Zeus, and he got the scepter of Zeus to rule over the all gods. And the foreshadowing of the play. The foreshadowing of the play is that Theseus coming out as a bird, and who was Theseus? Theseus was hoopward. Foreshadows that Pistheris and Euripides will themselves turn into birds. We will move towards understatement. It is understated as to why Zeus would allow Poseidon, Heracles, and Phribylons to give up his captor and the princes so easily. So let me clear this point. Zeus allowed other gods because the Pistheris got his captor, Zeus' captor, and his princes, and weds with his princes. So Zeus allowed other gods to give up his captor and the princes so easily. And now we will move towards the allusion of the play. The play is an allusion to the need for man to leave the legalism and argument over the law and find a way of living that sets them apart from both man and the gods. We will move towards the imagery. The waves of visitors that come into the play create the most comedic imagery in the story. And now we will discuss about the paradox of the play. Zeus' greatest power is the princes and his captor. Paradoxically, he allows other gods to give them away. Zeus gives up easily because Pistheris got both of his captor and his princes. Now we will move towards the parallelism of the play. The arrival of Poseidon, Heracles, and Rebellion parallels the arrival of the other visitors just before them, the messengers, the poet, informer, etc. Now we will move towards the personification of the play. Pistheris becomes the personification of power when he takes Zeus' lightning bolt and princes for his aunt to rule over the gods as well as on the man's by creating a new world with the help of birds, with the help of Theseus, with the help of Euripides, and rule all over the world on humans as well as on the gods by taking Zeus' scepter and his princes. Thank you so much. I hope you well understand about my presentation, about my discussion. Thanks for listening. Please play, like, and comment to get me a higher grade. Thank you. Allah Hafiz. Stay blessed. Stay home.